So I was testing for all different types of things, and I tested positive for the flu, for herpes, for everything, and I'm just I'm very aggressive with the testing and the removing, you know.
Did you get the flu, or did you stop it?
Well, I was nauseous, I had a headache, I was very achy, and it came on like gangbusters. Last week I had that thing with my sinuses in my ear,
and
I thought I pretty much got rid of it.
Did you cure it yesterday?
No, yesterday I had a really hard time. No matter what I did, it didn't seem to work.
And how long did the flu last yesterday?
Well, until I went to bed. I woke up, I felt better, and then as I was going through my day, I felt some subtle symptoms. So I just kept removing them.
And did that work then?
It did, and then it would come back, and then, I just had to keep doing it.
Well, let me give you a piece of advice. Tweet about it.
Uh-huh.
And read anything that people write back when you tweet about it.
Yeah, it's difficult for me to do that at work.
Oh, what do you do?
I'm a home care nurse.
A what?
Home care nurse. I work in home care. I'm a registered nurse.
Oh, do you have a smartphone?
Yes.
So duck in the bathroom and send a quick tweet. You can dictate them. So use your voice recognition.
Yeah, no, I know. I tried doing it from work, and some of the tweets I sent you actually was from work. So,
yeah.
I tried the best that I can.
Try to get specific about the flu symptoms and what you're taking out from which body and so on. And then the more specific you are, the more specific your responses are likely to be. Somebody might be able to tell you something that will make all the difference.
Okay.
It just
I did get on the hub today.
Good.
Yeah, for the first time, it was for whatever I got to was very interesting. I made copies of the different bodies and the what else did I do? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember now. But anyway, I made copies of a lot of things, and I went over some of the prayers.
Can you go to the hub right now?
Sure. Hold on a sec. I'll go there. I tested my Skype. Everything seemed to be working. I saw myself on camera. I tested my voice. I don't know why I can't get through you guys.
You know what you should do? You should call Greg after this meeting and Skype with him and see how you look then. Because it might just be, the problem might just be some, who knows. But if it's normal with Greg, that would give you more information. Maybe one of you can figure out, maybe Franny can help with it. You could try calling Franny, if you and Greg can Skype okay, then you guys could try seeing if you can hook a third person in and find out, where it goes wrong and try to figure out. You may not, one thing is you have to make sure you have the highest, level of Skype, because
most recent.
Yeah, Skype. they have upgrades every so often.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like you have to have 5.0 or higher to do this kind of call.
Oh, I'll have to check with my son. I don't know.
Yeah, you have to have 5.
All right, I'll have to ask
It's
him.
very easy. We'll do it right after the meeting.
Yeah, do it right after the meeting.
Learn,
Greg can
so you
do
don't-
it with you.
Your son will say, "Oh gosh, Mom, you know a lot."
I know. Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah,
work.
never in a million years would he ever say that. Anyway, okay, I'm on the Cure Hub now.
On the upper right there's a column that says print out. You see it?
Yes.
You should print all those things out and study them.
Okay, I did so far print out the pathologies and the bodies
Okay, print the other ones
today at
out.
work.
You
I will.
You probably want to print out. See, because your problem with curing the flu might have been a missing function or an immune dysfunction, so You know, you have to just, there's about 1 million things to check, and those are some of the most essential, the printout ones.
Okay, I'm going to finish printing them tomorrow.
We do change lessons, so it's probably not a good idea to print most things, except for these things that it says print out. And also, if you have a smartphone, you can access the hub from your smartphone in, when you're, out somewhere or working, and while your client is asleep and you're sitting in the chair next to her, you can be working on the hub.
Yeah. I actually work in a busy office. I do something very similar to Skype, and I see patients from their homes, and I could listen to their lungs with the stethoscope from my office. So it's that type of a setup.
I see. So now I see why it's hard for you to tweet in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
It is. It's very hard.
I understand more about it now. But even if you make a very brief tweet, like a very short sentence, but very specific, if you're not feeling well, you really should tweet, because
I was feeling very poorly. I was very surprised myself.
Then you should just push through and tweet and let them say what they do, because you might get a cure that way.
Yeah.
Because somebody can write back and just tell you something that. So you tweet and you keep checking it, every half hour, an hour or so, And Greg,
I actually felt better. Just reading some of the things on the Cure Hub earlier today.
Yeah.
And I was doing some of the removals, and the one where it said to ask if these viruses are in your higher body and affecting your physical body.
Right.
And I got a definite yes on that. And then when I started to remove it, I started to feel better.
Okay.
And then I had a couple of homeopathic things with me, and I tested those to see if they would help.
Right.
And I got a yes, so I took it, and they did feel better.
To be continued. Right now, let's do.
Keely is calling in.
Who?
Keely Stahl.
I was just thinking about it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Hi, Keely.
Hi.
Hi, Keely.
You're in the Cure meeting, Keely.
Hey, we were just going to do the continuous cleansing prayer 1 second ago.
Okay if I'm not on video?
And then you called. Yes, okay. Can you, would you like to read the continuous cleansing prayer for us while we do it?
Sure. Can you give me a second to get it up?
Okay. Keely, I'd like to introduce Linda, who's a new member.
Hi, Keely.
Hi, who's that?
Linda, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Linda, you're on Long Island or Bronx or something like that? Or?
Long Island, Long Island. That one.
Keely's old stomping ground.
That's where Keely's
Oh,
from.
you're from Long Island?
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in Hempstead.
Yeah, Hempstead's right.
And my mom's
Keely lives in Fort Lauderdale. Linda is a home. Listen to this, Keely. You want to hear something interesting? Linda's a home care nurse, and she works with her patients over Skype. She listens to their heart through the computer.
Wow.
So she works in an office seeing home care patients. What do you think about that?
I think she must be a pretty neat person to do that kind of work.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds extremely sophisticated to me.
Oh, it is, and it's they consider it cutting edge, and it's basically to reduce the amount of visits to the home, and also patients who are in remote areas, we're able to see them.
Well, it's definitely cutting edge. So, Keel, let us know when you have the continuous cleansing prayer.
Oh. Okay. Okay, do you want me to say the whole prayer?
Yeah, I want you to read the prayers and, listen for people saying yes.
Yeah, okay, just like we always do. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
everybody ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, all my bodies are free of pathology.
Yep.
Yes.
All my bodies are free of immune dysfunction.
Yes.
Yes.
All my bodies are at
Yes.
full function.
Yes.
Yes.
I need another second there.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, you've been working out, Keely? What's up?
I
Just
had
kidding. Just kidding.
a rough day.
Takes a while to get all those bodies up.
Yeah. Okay, I've installed all necessary immunological shields.
Yes.
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 All my God connectors are in.
Yes.
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 I'm installing the reflex to give love and empowerment.
Yes.
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 I attract warm, happy feelings in others.
Yes.
Everyone is Celeste.
Yes.
Stick.
Talking to
Yes.
yourself,
I'm saying everybody but Celeste. She's a really hard one to.
Barb? Well, you can attract and doesn't be there.
I need a handicap for that one for mine. Everybody on the planet but Celeste. Love that.
The next thing you can do it, so I'm merging.
Yeah, that's right. It qualifies for doing my best.
Move on to the next action.
And the next thing, Bob, you can do this with success. I'm merging my self bodies with the people of your choice, and I'm removing and installing the right factors.
Yes.
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 I'd like to take a moment and have us all do this for Nelson Mandela.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been doing this every day for him. And he's still alive. Just like a miracle.
You know, Keely, you have a good story about a connection you made with Nelson Mandela, and I'd like you to tell that story right now. Let's pause in the prayer. It'd just take a minute. I think it'd be great for us to hear. Go ahead.
Do you mean the time when I saw him?
Yeah.
Oh, it was just, it's not even a story. It's just we were in the Sheraton one morning. I was with my sister, Leslie, and her kids.
Isn't that in New York, right?
In Philly.
In Philly, okay.
And he came to Philadelphia for some kind of major conference. This was around like 1989 or 1990 or something like that. And all of a sudden he walked into the Sheraton with a whole entourage of people. And I swear to God, as he walked in, there was a light around him.
Wow.
And he walked in, his head was high, and he was very tall and stately, and he had incredible grace, and he just seemed he seemed like a saint, really. And he passed by, and he just rubbed my nephew's head, and that gesture just like shook me to my foundation. It was just, I will never forget that moment. It was just unbelievable.
Wow. The nephew was Zach, you mean?
My little nephew, he was around 4 years old, and he was in his stroller, he was sitting there, and Nelson Mandela passed by and looked down and saw him and smiled and kind of ruffled his hair.
Huh.
Wow.
And then went, and then proceeded with his entourage into the meeting room or whatever. But it really was like being in the presence of a saint. I felt something so special when he walked in. So I hope that he's at peace and doing what he needs to be doing for his soul and his ability to move on.
Before I read that you were doing this, well, actually I read that you were doing it, and then I kind of, and I didn't even click like, I just sort of thought, well, that goes without saying. And then I heard that he he wasn't really getting like well. So he wasn't dying. I mean, he wasn't dead.
Right.
But I realized his work was, in other words, to me, that says he's not done yet.
Yeah.
See, and we have that speech here. The one that Marianne Williamson is so famous for, but it's actually Nelson Mandela.
Yes.
Okay.
Was it Nelson or Marianne? Yeah, okay, Nelson.
No, well, Marianne kept saying it here.
Oh, I see. So it's
The one about who are you?
But
Yeah, it's about saying basically it takes more guts to be, to be powerful or to cure something than it does to, not. Like
Right.
that's just the right thing to do. And if you're not doing your best, like you said, that basically that's just, that's part of the problem then. Even if you're looking good, if you're not really doing your best. That's what I get out of it, and I was really letting in that and really using it more. Like not just reading it. Like we used to read it, Nancy used to read it almost like, and not really let it in, like do it in an Munich way.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that till I started doing it that way. And so that's what I have to say about Nelson Mandela. I never met him, and I didn't know much except for the years I thought Marianne Williamson said that speech, or said that prayer, or wrote that prayer. I think it was him, and I get it, because it feels like sort of like Martin Luther King, like you just got to be, just be the result. Take yourself there is kind of what I got that he was saying. Whoop, you still there? And did I lose you guys?
No, we've lost Keely.
Because that seems like since I've had this like battle with like all the things related to low self-esteem over all these years, like basically he was saying that unless you really attack that like a disease, not just work with it, like I was like doing the best with what I had, that kind of stuff. But if you don't do the best with who you really know you are, that's what he was saying. It has to do with mission. I think he came here to remind people to be on their mission, to align people more with their mission. I have a lot of African Facebook friends. It seems like they're all into that. That's kind of like that's into the society there. Plus, Keely, did you know about that movie, Searching for Sugar Man? You must know that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Keely's not on. She got dropped.
Oh, she's not? Oh, that's weird. You know that one. But that was like that's South Africa too. They have that in their culture. I've never been there, but I could tell by
Keely, I guess, I don't know how she...
the impact. She got on by phone.
Here she comes.
There she is, walking down the street.
I'm sorry, I got disconnected by Skype. I don't know why.
I don't know. So you're on Skype, yeah. Well, now I'll call you back. I couldn't find you in my list of hundreds here. So we're talking about now.
So go ahead.
Yeah.
I think you could go ahead and continue with the prayer now. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so let's do. So did we all do the merging and removing and installing? We tested for complete with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm doing with all I understand. Okay.
Okay, I'm on the best side of my highest possible dimension.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She's really out there on the high dimensions.
I'm removing all tendencies in the world to solve problems with violence.
Yes.
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 Go in the bathroom and yell.
I'm removing all disturbances from the emotional bodies of everyone in the world.
Yes!
Yeah, I knew he was going to do that.
I
Yes.
feel like doing that one too.
I was going to do that. I knew Greg would do something. Oh my god. Yeah.
That was appropriate. The appropriate response. Okay, I am protecting myself and my people from incipient catastrophes.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm realizing the loving, world-shaping, and God-given intentions I've carried from life to life.
Yes.
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 I'm causing my career and those of the people I love to be what God intends.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
And the fact that we can increase capacity in myself and in my group to accept power infusion.
Yes.
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 My particle attributes are in balance and at full strength to succeed at God's work.
Yes.
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 Yes. All my bodies are in God.
Yes.
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 All my bodies are one rainbow.
Yes.
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 I am free.
Yes.
Yes.
I am now as happy as I have ever been.
Yes.
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 Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Nicely done, Keely. Nicely done.
And
Good to have you.
Quick.
Completely different.
Good to have you at the meeting. It's nice to see you here.
I miss the meetings.
Yeah, they're good. You know what I was thinking is that, Franny, are you on actually?
Yeah.
You are, okay. I was thinking maybe you could have Linda go through her bodies and check them for, a pathology to show her sort of the way that's done. I'm not sure anybody's ever done that with her.
No.
Oh,
Are you asking me, Bo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Revolutionary, isn't that?
That's very unusual, isn't it?
No, you've asked me to do things with people before. I just couldn't understand because you said Keely and then you said Lyon, so I didn't know which one who you were asking.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah.
Let me just get the list of.
So Karen, I'm sorry, I keep calling you Karen. Linda,
Our voice sounds like Karen.
Yes.
what we're going to do is Franny is going to have you test through the list of pathologies. And if you
Okay.
find a pathology you have, then she'll have you test your bodies for that
Okay.
pathology. I'm going to go on mute so there will be less reverberation.
Okay. Oh, crap. God, sorry.
Swearing is not a good way to start with this.
Oh, I know. I should really watch myself on.
Especially in a prayer
And
meeting,
when you're on public display,
Sugar pie. Typical.
I missed one. I missed one of the prayers. So let's just do it now. All my God connectors are in.
all my
Yes.
connectors, all my God
Yeah.
connectors are in, and at full strength. We wanted to. I have
Yeah.
written in as if that were something important. So
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there are 3 types of pathologies, and the first one is microbial.
you still have a
Do
big.
you have any microbial, I'll list them separately, but do you have any microbial pathologies in any of your bodies? Yes. Okay. So is it bacteria? Yes. Okay, so now we go, let me just get that page up too, sorry. Well, okay, is it in,
Before you go on, just have her remove it.
well, okay, we could try that. Okay, remove bacteria from all of your bodies. All my bodies are free of, yeah.
So I am removing all bacteria from all of my body?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you get yes? Okay.
Yes.
Now, test if you need to go through body by body.
Okay. You want me to say it out loud?
No, just ask the question so I only
see if you get a yes or no.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So is it in your celestial body?
No.
Mental?
Yes.
Okay, so remove bacteria from your mental body.
Okay.
All right, good. Is it in your physical body?
No.
Okay. Your emotional body?
No.
Okay. Your etheric body?
No.
Is there bacteria in your astral body?
No.
Your gravitational?
Yes.
Okay, so remove bacteria from your gravitational body.
Okay.
Okay. So is it in your karmic body?
No.
Okay. Is it in your spiral body?
No.
No, did you say?
No. Wrong.
Okay. Is it in any of the three universal, which is mental, physical, or emotional bodies?
No.
Okay. So now, just test that all your bodies are now free of bacteria.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, good. So now test if you have fungus in any of your bodies.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go again. Okay, so do you have fungus in your astral body?
No.
Okay. Celestial?
Yes.
Okay, remove fungus from your celestial body.
Okay.
Okay, good. Is there any in your etheric body?
Go fish.
No.
Great. Gravitational?
Yes.
Okay, remove fungus from your gravitational body.
Okay.
Good. How about your karmic body?
Yes.
Okay, so remove fungus from your karmic body.
Okay.
Good. How about your spiral?
No.
Okay. Is there any fungus in your emotional body?
Yes.
Okay, remove fungus from that body. I'm removing fungus from my emotional body.
Okay.
Okay. Is there any in your mental body?
No.
Good. Physical?
Yes.
Okay, so remove fungus from your physical body.
Okay.
Good. How do you have it in any of your universal bodies, meaning emotional, mental, or physical?
Yes.
Okay, is it in the emotional, universal emotional?
Yes.
Okay, so remove it from the universal emotional. I'm removing fungus from my universal emotional body.
Okay.
Good. How about the universal mental?
No.
Okay, good. How about the universal physical?
Yes.
Okay, so remove fungus from your universal physical body.
Okay.
Okay, good. Uh, are all my bodies free of fungus?
Yes.
Okay, great. Do you want me to go on, Bart?
I would like to ask Linda, how does it feel to do this? How do you feel while you're doing it?
Yeah, I would like to know.
Well, when I had to clear out the universal, it was a lot of altered state movement, a lot of twitching, but it was very peaceful, tranquil. But it was doing a lot of clearing, I guess.
Right.
Yeah,
The length of time means it's still clear.
Yeah, it took a little longer in those bodies.
But you actually felt like you were removing things.
I'm sorry?
You actually felt like you were removing things?
Yeah, well, the feeling that I get when I'm asking to remove it is, I was saying last week, it was a very similar feeling to when I do reconnective healing. You go into this like altered state, and there's a lot of movement of energy and body movement, and almost like a magnetic pull type of feeling. So it's almost exactly the same, you know, when it's moving out.
Right.
You know, but I definitely get an altered state.
It's a positive experience.
Yes. Oh, yes, very.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
that's like
Yeah,
connecting.
very. Yeah, it's
Yes.
definitely a positive experience. I appreciate you doing this with me.
Well, now, okay, as to answer your question, Bo, let me throw this to Keely.
Okay.
You know what I'm thinking is, like, Keely, you started asking her accelerator questions. And
Yeah.
what I'd like you to do is
Well,
ask her some more accelerator questions.
well, what I'd like to know is, do you feel that this is something that you can do on your own, or do you know, do you experience that you're doing something that you can repeat?
That I could repeat? Yes. Yes.
And do you, are you
Definitely.
familiar with the lists that you would have to use, like a list of pathologies? And do you know the 12 bodies by heart yet?
Well, I just, believe it or not, today was my first day in the hub, so I just copied the list. I didn't know about the universal bodies. I was just working with the celestial, gravitational, spiral, etheric, astral, karmic, mental, emotional, and physical. And so today was my first introduction to the universal.
Right.
So I just made copies of them, and as she was going over the different bodies and the different pathologies, I was looking at my copies that I had.
Right. Okay. So you have some of the materials already, and you've worked with it, and now you started to actually do things with them today. So do you see any kind of do you see any things like what can you take from this that you can start doing for yourself? Is there anything that you see you can do on your own from having done just these two? Like you removed 2 pathologies with Franny. You went through all your bodies with each one, and you checked each body one by one for the pathology, and you succeeded in removing 2 pathologies. So how can you carry this on your own? What would you do? Like, what can you envision yourself doing?
Well, you know, I've been doing it on my own from whatever I watched on videos. So now today I have a better, clear understanding of how to ask questions and how to remove. And I have a better understanding of the different pathologies, and now with the addition of the universal body, because I left them out completely because I didn't know about them.
Okay, great.
And it seems like I had a lot going on in there, which I didn't know.
Yeah, well, you said you had these twitchings and things, so you really felt
Yeah, a lot. My whole hand was twitching.
Yeah.
You know, not just the fingers. And then what also happens that I noticed happens with the reconnected healing is the breath. I get breath that's just put in me in certain areas. Most of the time it's into a certain chakra that I guess is being cleared. So that happens as well. So that's how I know that it's being removed.
What happens to your breath?
I take a breath, like it's a spontaneous breath that just comes with it started with the reconnected healing back in 2005, and it's remained with me.
Right.
And it's kind of like also when I just ask certain questions, I feel it's like my soul is telling me that, yes, that's what's happening. You know, it's like a positive affirmation or verification that this is working.
You really experienced being connected with yourself when you did this.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
It sounds like you were really connected with yourself while you were doing this.
Yeah, it's this particular feeling that I get that is also, it's the same thing. You know, when I do the reconnected healing, it's the same energy. It's the same consciousness or connection that I have, you know, with my soul. It's the same exact thing.
Yes, I know what you're saying. So, so what else was it like while you were doing it, and how do you feel now that's different or did you have any, like, can you see anything for yourself that you didn't see before you did this little procedure with Franny? Like, what else had occurred to you while you were doing it? Did you have any thoughts or realizations or, discoveries or anything like that?
Well, I think the fact that, this consciousness is being directed to specific things,
You mean
that I never knew that I could do this, like ask these questions and think that it could even be removed. So that whole piece was missing from, like when I would do a reconnected healing, the energy would just it pulls you to certain areas to work on. And you're not really understanding why that's happening.
Okay.
You just know that you have to go there. So with this is I'm asking questions and I'm getting answers from my higher self, soul, God. So it's being directed in a very conscious, intelligent way.
Right. So it never occurred to you before that you could actually pick a specific thing to remove and actually...
No, never.
Well, okay, I'll tell you what now. Let me take it from here.
Thank you, ladies.
Yeah, you did great.
Yeah, it's going well here. Now, Linda, what you're actually saying is that God is guiding you.
Yeah, I am.
And that's the big realization, that there's a higher intelligence that's actually guiding you through what you do, what to ask. It's feeding you the things to cure.
Mm-hmm.
And there may be other things that you need to cure that it's not going to feed you right now, because it's choosing and it's creating like a curriculum for you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's you see it, and also you're actually, what you're saying implies that. So you're kind of saying that also, even though you don't realize you're saying it, that God is telling you, okay, cure this one now. Now, okay, here's another one. No, let's test no for that one. And later you may test yes for that one. You wonder, why did I test yes for this now? I didn't have it before. But probably you did have it. But God said, no, let's move on to the next one. So God is actually taking an interest in you.
Yeah, no, it's good to know.
Did you ever see Pulp Fiction?
Yes.
Remember that where he says God got involved. God took an interest in me. Remember that?
Yeah.
That movie? I love that movie. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you, can you see any good responses that would be possible for you now, or easier, that are that you haven't really had or had as easily?
A response, you mean, from when I'm asking the questions?
No, responses of you to life and people and...
Oh, I see.
The way you respond.
Yeah, well, one of the things is that I've been telling other people, about the website, and I've been very excited about it, and I had a little meditation group here Friday, and I told a lot of people, gave them, the website to go on, and I showed them how to test for signal, and, so I'm very excited about this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like a whole new realization to me. So I am very, very excited about it. I'm always doing some form of healing, for other people. And this is like the first time I've actually concentrated on myself, actually.
Really?
In this purposeful, direct way. Yeah, like I said, I never thought how much I could direct this God consciousness to actually help me here on the planet.
So you mean
I'm always sending energy here and doing this to this one and that one.
you're always helping other people and you don't focus on yourself. So your response, so your good responses are about you. New response, good new responses for you, for yourself, for your life, and you're caring about yourself more. Do you feel more? Do you feel more responsible?
For myself, yes, absolutely.
And when I ask that, do you feel more able to respond? Generally, able to.
For myself?
For yourself or anything else? So is your ability to respond rising?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Most people's like a lot of people are locked into behaviors that are catastrophic. You observe that all around you, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And see, it's because they only have limited responses that they can make. Like like how you have a repertoire of singing, let's say. And sometimes your singing repertoire is very limited. A person may only know 3 songs, And sometimes people only have, like there are people who can either only respond violently or else lay down.
Right.
Like they don't have like any kind of sophisticated, ways of interacting. They can fight or they can succumb. So you see these people fighting a lot, it's like because they don't want to succumb.
Yes.
Now, do you find that you are actually able to cause other people to confront things more so now, right in this state?
I'm not sure.
But you do see, like sometimes that people need to confront things.
Well, I have a couple of people at work that come to me and confide in me certain things, and now that you said it that way, yeah.
So, do you feel more capable of causing confront in them?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
Do you feel more capable of causing confront in them?
Oh, causing confrontation in them?
Causing that, well, it's not confrontation, it's actually confront, like causing them to confront things that they're like not willing to look at, they don't want to know about.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because they may not need to be confrontational with anything or anyone to confront it. It's more a matter of like just becoming aware of something.
Yes. Yes.
Who's typing?
I am.
Oh, go on mute if you're going to type.
Sorry.
Okay. These things that I'm doing with you are from a skill called the accelerator. Have you ever noticed it?
I've heard you mention it before. I think some of the videos, maybe.
It's on the hub. It's skill 2, I think.
Okay, I didn't get there yet.
So
I just got on today.
Okay, I recommend that you at least look it over. There's more questions on it. Also, I wanted to say to Franny.
Yes.
What we've done right here is a section of the outline for advocating cure. This part of it is in part 1. Like any part of this outline can be expanded ad infinitum. So, for example, in part 3 of part 1, it says emotional involvement, and then it suggests refer to the accelerator, which is what I just did, and it worked out pretty well. So this is a little lesson for everybody in how to run this outline with people. We just ran part of the outline with Linda. This is what it looks like in nature. Like, it doesn't look like an outline, it looks like, you know, reality. So I wanted to do a demonstration of the outline, and we did. Okay, so now to the next prayer, which is the gravitational strengthening prayer. And this is where we're sort of like, what we're doing here is rehabilitating our ability to attract. We're strengthening our gravitational field, but also making it more selective. In the gravitational area, selectivity is very important. Selectiveness is very important. So now, shall we
Do prayer?
do the prayer? Keely, can you do this for us?
Yes, I have it right in front of me.
All righty.
Okay. When I get my signal, I accept God's wisdom.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I attract grace.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I attract guides and guidance.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I attract knowingness and wisdom.
Yes.
Yes.
I attract the experiences I need so I can learn what I need to learn to do God's work.
Yes.
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 Great. I've installed discrimination between things that win and things that don't. It could also mean people, activities, and locations that win and that don't.
Yes.
Anybody need more time?
No, I think
No.
yes.
No.
Okay. I've installed a reflex to drop the ones that don't win even when I'm succeeding with them.
Yes.
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 And I've installed a reflex to do the ones that do win even when I'm a beginner at them.
Yes.
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 Yeah. It's funny, today I was in the elevator and I was upset about something that's going on in the building, and I'm on the board now, and you know I'm responsible for it. And I was thinking about somebody, like people I've known who are like natural uplighters and have like a sense of humor. And instead of getting like upset about things and feeling burdened, they just make a joke or something. And I just tried to picture myself being that kind of person. It was like, you know, it was like foreign to me. I wanted it so badly that I felt like I was moving in that direction. I could finally like say, okay, this is my, you know, this is my, I aspire to this and I'm going to take this on and I'm going to be that way.
I hate to say it, Keely, but this sounds like a turning point for you.
It sounds what?
Like a turning point.
I know. I know. I'm having a lot of turning points lately. Yeah, this would be but it says, you know, even to do the ones that will, even when I'm a beginner at them, and that's exactly what I feel like I'm a beginner at it, but at least I'm beginning. You know? I mean, I've begun. So that's a good thing. Okay, I am installing the reflex to dwell on solutions.
Yes.
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 I fulfill the hopes of my parents and ancestors.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I'm merging my results fibers with parents and ancestors.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm removing and installing the right factors.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I'm doing these prayers for my family, my loved ones, and my soulmates, as well as for myself.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I attract money and other wealth.
Yes.
Yes.
I attract tools to fulfill my mission.
Yes.
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 Technologies to fulfill my mission.
Yes.
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 I attract respect.
Yes.
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 I attract cures.
Yes.
I attract fame.
Yes.
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 I attract health, wellness, and longevity.
Yes.
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 I attract remedies and antidotes to dysfunction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, dig
Yes.
it.
Yes. Barb, we're getting a great video of you chewing.
Sorry. I never really. Oh, my mute was on too.
Yeah, your mute was not on, but it shouldn't be because then we won't be able to hear you say
It
yes.
was on. Okay.
And also, what sounds like whatever it is you're eating is near the microphone, so we're getting all kinds
I
of
think
shuffling.
that's somebody else doing that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Greg, maybe?
Nope. I
Good.
have to look.
That was yours.
I heard it in my speaker. Didn't hear it in my room.
Okay.
It's
Go
on
ahead.
now.
Go ahead, Keel.
Okay, I attract faith. Faith.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I attract gratitude.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
attract fun.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now you're going to name a person and say, I love this person unconditionally.
Okay.
I'm having a little bit of a hard time with this one.
Yes.
Yes.
I picked the hardest person to do this for.
No.
That's always a mistake.
Yeah,
Start the easy
the
one.
person who occurred, the person who to me was easy. But then I said, well, I should do this for this other person.
Well, no, pick one that you want to be immune to and have disappear. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
That's what I did.
there's nothing that gets people to disappear like loving them unconditionally.
True. Forget they even exist. So Alright, I got that. I did it for two people.
I attract the love of my life.
Yes.
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 I let in love and nurturing.
Yes.
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 I attract my children and my students.
Yes.
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 I attract astute, committed immuners.
Yes.
Yes.
I attract powerful, benevolent allies.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I attract people who appreciate and support me and my mission.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I attract people who will connect me to the people that I need to talk to.
Yes.
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 I attract, and now just name some people.
Yes.
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 I attract forgiveness.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
In the last 5 minutes, I've become a bigger person.
Yes.
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 I attract worldwide awareness and use of immunics.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I'm leaving behind everything that slows me down.
Yes.
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 I want nothing.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And I've done enough Munich on myself today to create a critical mass.
Yes.
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 And that's our gravitational strengthening.
Very good.
Well, you know, okay, I got a little sermon here to deliver before we do the nose for your prayer. And, you know, it's funny that you showed up tonight, Keely, really.
How come?
Well, I have been thinking about you. I was going to call you and tell you about this. I have been watching a movie that I got out of the library. It's a BBC production made for TV about the Amundsen Scott South Pole expeditions.
I know, you told me about it, and I've been trying to get it, and it's not available anywhere.
Okay. Well, anyway, just to go on with this, I actually have something to tell Barb. I guess I forgot that I called you about it, Keely.
I'm gonna watch it. I have a neighbor who has Netflix, and I'm gonna ask him to borrow it from me.
Okay. Now, you know, as you know, I have been trying to translate or just bring in what I'm learning from the book Great by Choice into our work. And Great by Choice uses the Amundsen Scott expedition as a case study. And so I was watching this movie last night, and this morning I had a realization about Barb, which is that some of the problems that you run into, Barb, might actually, I don't think we've ever really looked at them this way before, but they might be manifestations of ego. Like, for one thing, like people who have, who are having, like being run by their egos, often try to live in virtual realities. And for another, like, sometimes you say things like, you say a phrase like, I'll figure it out. Like, and you often, like, you seem to have a belief or an idea that you need to, like, innovate and come up with new things and figure out new ways of doing things. And when I was watching this movie last night, and the interesting thing about Amundsen, who survived this ordeal, is that he was not an innovator. He was somebody who stole things from everybody else. And he did small tests, and when things didn't work, then he would solve the problems. So he didn't so much try to figure out things as observe things in nature. And also, he did not have very much ego. Like, the contrast between him and Scott is
That's staggering.
it's staggering, because Scott was like, you know, he was like Mr. Ego. He did, and the interesting thing, see, you fall in love with these characters, by the way, in this movie. You know, they all have something about them to love and care about. And Scott really doesn't know that his ego is controlling him.
Right.
Like, he can't tell. Like, he doesn't. He just, you know, and like it's hard for the viewer to see it also, you know, because all he seems like is he's really trying and really frustrated. He just goes through the whole movie in a state of disappointment and frustration, because things are not going the way he wants them to go, and he doesn't know what to do about it. What is making that noise?
It's wind, and it's
Sounds like wind.
it's Karen.
Oh, Karen, where are you?
I'm outside. I'm walking here from work.
Oh, well then put yourself
There's no wind though. Are you hearing wind?
We
yeah,
could just hear
put
it.
yourself on mute.
It's just,
Okay, let me see if I can get this.
Mute your phone.
Is that better?
Thank you, yes.
when you do, it will be.
Or when you mute,
Stop
it's
talking.
not better yet, you have to mute it.
I did. I put it down.
I'm hearing you talk.
If we're hearing you, you didn't mute it.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so, you know, I don't know if I have any sage words of advice for you, Barb, but what I do have is maybe I found a way that, something that you can look at to check yourself and see if you're stuck in some kind of a problem with your ego. Because if you're disappointed with the way things are, or you think you have to do better or figure things out or try to come up with a great idea or a super duper plan, then you may be you're probably just in an ego state. One of the things I saw in this movie is these guys started out and they discovered that there were still all kinds of things wrong with the way they were doing it. They got around 80 miles out and they realized, Amundsen realizes that they're all going to die. And he just says, we're going home, and they ran for their lives across this tundra. And when they got back, they're all screaming at each other and fighting with each other. And Amundsen, these people are berating him and telling him that he's stupid and incompetent. He's not capable of leading the meeting the expedition anymore. And he just shuts up and listens, and then he's just thinking, and he says, we've got to redesign the boots. The boots are wrong, because one of the guys got frostbite. So that's your path, you do need to innovate. It's not that you don't need to innovate, but you need to innovate after you see the results of the things you're doing, and the innovations have to be what seems like minor modifications on what you're doing, so that, for example, let's say you go out and you ask people for money, and you notice that other people collect more money than you do, Greg takes in more money, and you go, okay, well, I wonder why. And you call Greg and try to find out how come he takes in more money than you. And this movie starts with Amundsen is sitting with a group of Eskimos, and you realize they love each other. He loves these Eskimos, and he learned all the things that he took onto this expedition, and he had to change some of the things. But that's how he learned them. He went and he lived with the Eskimos. He didn't try to figure out what to do. He looked at somebody who was already doing it and did what they did. And you have to have defeated your ego to a large extent to do that. The ego doesn't like it. Ego is all about well, I didn't come up with it, somebody else was smarter. It's all that stuff. So
for me, it always feels like ego is where I make a decision based on a lot of my stuff is trying to stay out of pain or trying to not feel bad or feel something I don't want to feel. So I pick the safe route. It's I'm protecting myself somehow. So that's probably ego too, or the familiar thing.
I'm not sure. What Meher Baba talked about ego. I think that that just may be a different problem. It might be, that you feel have felt vulnerable and unable to cope when people say and do certain things. And one thing that it might be ego. I'm not totally certain of what I'm saying.
It's kind of like even facing that somebody's you know, has something that I want, like more money, like that, it would be like me having to say, well, admit that I don't have what I want. And so that's, I guess that's ego.
That's jealousy or attachment or something. And it's envy. It can be envy.
I feel like it's just like, oh, I have what I need or want, and I'll figure it out. I see what you mean. Mm-hmm.
Well, also, if if you're worried about people not liking or disapproving of you, that could be ego, but it could also be just a matter of not knowing how to respond to people like that. And really, the only way to respond to them is to, cut yourself off from them.
Yeah. Well, it seems like I'm sort of attached to some physical experience, and I'll do whatever to have that physical experience, even if it's have no money or not be where I think I want to be, or suffer.
Well, that's a whole other problem that you just. Then you have to remove the attachment.
Oh.
And one way to remove an attachment is to test through the hub and find things that cause the attachment. For example, higher dimensional impairments and disabilities. Higher dimensional impairments and disabilities cause a lot of people's attachments. Like what people are attached to is often dictated by what happened to them on, the zero dimension. It's been like they've been like that ever since. So all of this is very complicated,
Yeah. Like what they think they can get. It seems like if it's all right, it shouldn't be that complicated.
Well,
once you're inside of it, it's just a matter of readjusting. It's complicated sometimes to change, or it seems like if you're not confronted. And that could be ego, that would cause me not to just confront something, get it over with. Do it too slowly. It reminds me of what my mother wrote in her will. she wrote the very last thing. It said, "Do you want to make?" It says, who gets what and who does this and what you do if I can't make a decision and all this kind of stuff. And then at the very end, it says, "Do you have any other comments?" And she says, "Please don't rush me." Oh my God,
That's funny.
funny. I know.
Sorry.
I wonder who that is talking.
It's Karen talking to somebody.
Karen
Karen never went on
is
mute.
walking and talking,
Yeah, she's walking and talking.
She's not mute.
But I hear. Thank you for the input. I don't know what to do about that, but I'll pray on it. I'll pray for guides and guidance.
Actually, watch yourself and see if you're doing anything that seems like ego.
Okay.
Because probably some of the things you're doing are manifestations of ego.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Boy, one aspect of ego is overconfidence. And I found that in myself.
So the opposite can be true too. I heard that underconfidence is just another form of ego.
That's right, it is. Good. Yep.
You see, some people may switch from one to the other, rather than just being themselves. They're acting confident or acting underconfident.
Mm-hmm.
So they're two other realities.
Yeah.
Or a flip side of the same one, even.
Well, shall we say the noosphere prayer now?
Or we can know the Seosphere.
Let's know the Seosphere prayer.
Why
Keely?
don't you do that one, Greg?
Come on, Keely, you're the guest tonight, so you can read the noosphere prayer. So you're doing a great job on the prayers.
Barb and I have been doing them when Ron's not around.
It's nice to have you around to read them.
Nice try, Keely. Nice try. Thanks.
Okay. Okay, when I get my signal, I'm raising the noosphere to the 27th dimension.
Yes.
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 I'm removing all pathologies from the noosphere.
Yes.
I'm adjusting the particle indexes of the noosphere so that they're in balance and at full strength.
Yes.
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 I'm adjusting the meridians of the noosphere to create a free and balanced energy flow.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm adjusting the chakras of the noosphere to be at full function.
Yes.
Yes.
All the bodies of the noosphere are at full function.
Yes.
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 The noosphere is unswitched and headed in God's direction.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, I keep dwelling on that one about adjusting the chakras to be at full function.
Yes.
Because there's this book I have by Harish Johari, who was a doctor, an MD, and he wrote a book called The Chakras, Energy Centers of Transformation. And I don't usually look at the chakras as having functions, but of course they do. That's what they're for.
Yep.
And I like that we say this in the prayer.
Yep.
Okay, I'm removing noosphere is unswitched and headed in God's direction.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm removing all impressions from the karmic body of the noosphere.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm removing terrorism from the gravitational and spiral bodies of the noosphere.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm removing the tendency to use biological weapons from the gravitational and spiral bodies of the noosphere.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm merging my higher bodies with others who understand what we're doing.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm removing any predisposition in the noosphere toward disease.
Yes.
Yes.
All the bodies of the noosphere are one rainbow.
Yes.
Yes.
I am now asking the forgiveness of everyone I've ever harmed or will harm by not making immunics available to them faster.
Yes.
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 Okay, and those people have heard and received my request in their results bodies.
Yes.
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 And they have forgiven me.
Yes.
And just the last thing that it says in this prayer is doing this helps them discover immunics for themselves without me needing to be better in order to give it to them.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Without needing to be better for them to still remember me once they get it. Just kidding. Yeah.
Yes.
So good. My ego, I know, or something.
Whoa.
You know, I wanted to say that ego manifestation of mine that I was telling you about a few minutes ago. That's how I lost Birdie.
Kitty cat.
It just tripped me up, and I didn't get her to the vet fast enough. So like I lost my best friend from an almost unnoticeable ego manifestation. It can really be like it can really create. See, that's the thing is like in this movie, any little mistake could result in everybody's death, and so like these things can create absolute catastrophe.
Well, I think also one of the things about Amundsen and why maybe, why Great by Choice is such a perfect example, and such a great title, I mean.
Yeah.
I remember reading about how, like what you were describing, like how he said, okay, this is what needs to be done next. Like, the amazing thing about him that they said afterwards was how he just maintained a forward optimism that they were just going to keep moving forward and get everything done. And he just kept looking forward with positivity and not like regret or anything like that, but it was all forward moving. Like he just chose great by choice, You can dwell on stuff or you can advance, and he kept advancing. And then he had this remarkable optimism that permeated the whole expedition, that people say that that's the main reason that they all succeeded, because he had that force, like that driving positive force pushing him forward.
Franny has that. And, I have it by drawing on her. Franny always has that continuous optimism of moving forward.
Good to know.
That's true, because they say when you get acknowledged for something, you continue doing it and you get better at it.
I look forward to an increase in my abilities.
Yeah.
As an optimist and forward pusher. Yeah, it's absolutely true. And like what, something Jeff Bezos says is God is in the details.
Yeah.
And you see that in the movie, that he has that quality of just going down into the details. And Linda, when we were doing that with you before, do you notice how detailed it is?
Yeah.
That's the deal, is that in order to cure something, you might just need to sort of do a general removal for a second and it will disappear. But you might have to actually go down into the exact thing that's at the root of it and take it out, or it won't go away. And that may be what happened with your flu the other day.
Yeah, and plus I didn't know about those universal bodies.
Oh yeah? Okay.
I just learned that today.
Try to experience the bodies and scan them.
Yeah, I heard you say that last week, and I was trying to do that. Is there any type of diagram that shows you where these bodies are?
No. And what you have to, I'll tell you how to locate a body. What you do is, for example, your gravitational body, is you search, you sort of, the gravitational body travels around a lot, so you just search out there in the universe, and when you find something that seems like it might be your gravitational body, you test, is that my gravitational body?
Wow.
And then when you feel like you've got it, look at it, and sometimes what the thing you're looking for will look like is just a little fleck of light. It will just be like this little spot with this little fleck of light, and you erase it.
Oh. Wow.
And see if the whole body changes and if you feel any different, and if so, you might have, then you can test, was that it? Did I take it out? Is it free of whatever you were trying to get rid of, and so on.
Wow. And what is the spiral body?
The spiral body is the precursor to DNA.
Oh.
It controls DNA. Usually it's a lot closer. Barbara, you typing?
I'm sorry, that was me again.
Oh, I have an idea. But it looks like this is it for our meeting.
Your weapons.
Yeah, I was just going to say that your spiral body travels around and reads things too, but a lot of times it's the gravitational body that brings things back and transfers them into the spiral body.
Oh, okay. So I have a better understanding now. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so, what with your spiral body, you another thing you, by the way, another thing you can do with your bodies is you can bring them inside your physical body, which could make them easier to find. So you just like bring them back into your physical body and see if that feels good, and then you can, you know, examine the one you're trying to examine.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Well, okay, so this looks like the end of our meeting, and I
think
think
we extracted an astute, committed immuner in Linda.
yeah. Yeah,
What
that's
was that? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Well, you're one of the astute, committed immuners that we pray for.
Oh, thank you. I just want to say one thing to you guys is that I love you all very much.
Oh,
thanks.
Thank you. Likewise.
you say?
You're
I really do.
you're the answer to our prayers.
But you're the answer to mine, believe me.
The first time I heard you in the video, I said, I really want to know this person. So it's great being with you.
Thank you. But
Yeah.
I love you all. I really do.
Thank you.
We love you back.
Barb, I like you blonde.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you look good that way, Barb.
It's Sandy.
I like
It's
your
pretty,
hair.
right? We'll see.
Very
We'll see. I saw her. Yeah, well, thank you. It's definitely different. Feels more natural, actually. Or feels more out of the way. Out of the way. It just feels like it. I ran into Richard today. You know, Richard and Corey. Did you ever meet him?
Oh, yeah, Corey, Richard.
Remember Corey? It was her boyfriend when we met him, and they got married. And they had a son named Nathan and a daughter named Shoshana. I saw him in the grocery store, and I forget all about it. He goes, "Hey, I like your hair blonde." And then I was talking about how it's like, it just feels like I'm contributing something. Like if I don't get all dressed up or have a bunch of jewelry or something, I feel like it's my bling. I have something to offer.
Yeah.
And I gave something in the artistic area.
Yeah, your piece
Truly.
of work.
He had a nice goatee. Yeah, he looks good. So we inexpensive ways to add to the art of life.
I'm glad to see they're still together.
Yeah, they are. They had a tragedy because their son died. You know, Nate.
No.
Nate died. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That was quite a while ago. Yeah. He heard their son, who was really kind of a cool guy, or he was problematic, but he was doing all right. But it's actually, this is a good cautionary tale, I guess. He overdosed on beer and methadone, and he never woke up. He was actually on a treatment for heroin with methadone, and he had a couple beers with his methadone treatment, and he never woke up. Yep.
It's like our
on
guy,
the-
the COPD out there, and
Yeah, remember that? Yeah, he was actually getting better.
Yeah, the diet
lose
pill.
weight.
Oh, that was
Right.
Richard.
Right. So anyway, and then what was interesting about his funeral or his wake was Corey refused to let them embalm her son, and she had a connection with somebody who was in the morgue, and she talked him into like leaving the door unlocked or something, and she went and actually took her son's body out, put it in the back of the station wagon, took it home, and then we had to wait for him, and then we took him back.
Oh,
I should say I was invited, yeah, and I was like, I'd never been that close to a body like that, and I remember I was the only one in the room, and I walked around his body, you know, and I said, Nate, like, what'd you do? How did you do this? Like, everybody finally left, I'm like, I need to talk to you. Like, it just came out of me. I remember walking around, like, by the top of his head, like, and I could feel him there. I was like, you didn't need to do this. But anyway, then we sent him on his way, and that was it. It was really, he might have saved some lives because his friends were all very shocked.
Wow.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
you're bombed, it just does not the same.
Yeah, well,
But you're
no,
what?
actually, no, I think
He was bombed. Wait a minute, that's how he got bombed.
No, he gave him 2 lessons. One, like, you know, you don't just kick back with your methadone and have a beer. And the other one was like, it's not pretty. He looked really like, you know, he wasn't all pretty. He was like his cheeks were all hollow and he was yellow and, you know.
Ew.
It was real. No, it was good. I think Corey it was a good thing. It was very, it was the pure Corey. She scared the heck out of us. And then but anyway, then that was it. And that's all I remember. And then she became a doctor, Corey did.
Oh, she's an MD now, huh?
Yeah, she's actually pretty much of an MD. Well, yeah, like a nurse. I mean, no, she's she's called a doctor. She might be a nurse practitioner, but at this point she might be an MD. She's a good doctor. She's good. She's totally professional. She has a really professional office in the whole mainstream medical practice.
Wow.
Gregory, you look really good tonight.
Thank you.
You do. You look like you're channeling Johnny Carson.
I just saw something on the Turner News, or Turner Channel TV, a movie channel, and it was Johnny Carson and with all these comments.
Oh, there's a kid! Oh my God!
But
I swear to God, I was thinking you reminded me of Johnny Carson tonight.
well, thank you. I mean,
That's amazing.
Usually he's that comedian.
Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Well, you look physically like Steve Martin, but your energy is that great Johnny Carson energy.
By the way, guys, the meeting officially ended 4 minutes ago, and
Yay! Now we can play.
I'm going. But I want to say that let's all go to the 127th. Okay, I'm on the 120. I'm on the 144th dimension.
Didn't know where you were.
I went to the 127th first.
I think I should go to the 127th because I'm so familiar with it.
Yeah, me too. Well, it's better. It's okay.
It's become a habit.
I'm on the 144th. Okay, and I'll see those of you who I see tomorrow at 12:30 for our meeting then.
Great job.
Thanks for coming out, Keely.
12:30 tomorrow.
See with you all.
Fran, sure, you too.
Yeah,
The homepage of curedrive.org, which is the Cure College on the web that we have put here for you to come learn how to cure medically incurable diseases. Now, at the top of the page, the home page, which you should be on right here, and I want to recommend, if you have not already, get to this page by opening a tab. Do not turn this movie off. Open a tab so that you can still hear me talking. And leave this tab open and then go to this website. Now the tally that you see, 132K, people ask, where does that come from? And if you notice, right above it, and this is, by the way, on every page in the web college, it says Report Cure. If I click on that, it goes to a page where there's a little form to fill out where you can report your cures. Now I will press the incredible back button and go back to the home page of curedrive.org. And also, if you want to contact us, there's a little link here that says Contact. And you'll notice that we put our phone numbers in here. We feel more comfortable being called on the phone. So it's just easier to talk, and this is a very big subject, and we find that it saves us time and work if people call us. Now we document our cures. This movie that you're watching here is an example of that. This is a movie where people cure things on camera, and you watch them. You watch them curing things. For example, the woman here, and at this point in the movie, is curing a flu. And if you watch this movie, you'll discover that she comes in with fully developed flu symptoms, including headache and God knows what else, and the symptoms disappear in around 20 minutes. That's how fast this is. Personally, I have not had a flu even try to come on since 1993, when I cured my herpes. My 20th anniversary, by the way, just passed 20th anniversary of my herpes cure in April of 2013. Okay, if you look again above the Cure Drive, logo, I guess it is, and what you'll see is the Cure Show. There's a link to go to the Cure Show. And the Cure Shows are another way that we documented our cures. And for example, you'll find letters at the top of the Cure Show, and if you click the letter F, it takes you to fibromyalgia, where you see a lot of, or 2 people curing fibromyalgia actually. And underneath it, there are many, many shows on flu. We had a flu hotline. And what you'll find with this is that people with similar conditions get parallel results. Like these people who cured their flu, or I don't think we ever had a person come in to cure the flu that, was just getting it. They all had it for a couple of days. There they are. And they, you hear their flu cure during the call in around 20 minutes. So there are about 100 diseases represented on this page. Acid reflux, abuse. There are, conditions can be considered diseases also. Such as traumatic stress syndrome from 9/11, the World Trade Center attack. A woman actually cured her traumatic stress syndrome from that. So now if we're back on the home page again, and up here at the top it says Login Hub or sign up. If you don't have a password, you can sign up, or you can log in, and you come to the hub of the Cure College. This is the hub, not the home page. And new people who come here, many people just come in and get a password right away. They instantly get a password and come in, and they say, "What is this?" It's gigantic. Over here, this is the basic skill. Skill 1 is cure physical diseases. And it has 10 applications. Remove viruses, cure cancer, end trauma, recode your DNA. With certain diseases, you must recode your DNA to cure the disease. This may be true, for example, of viral-based diseases such as herpes simplex, Epstein-Barr, and so on. And each one has 2 links underneath it. Now if I click on where it says lessons under Recode Your DNA, and these are the lessons. There's this huge page of lessons on recoding DNA. And one of the lessons is remove adverse DNA mutations you catch from other people. Bet you didn't know you were doing that. But you do, and here's the lesson on that, and then you scroll down and there's all these questions. That's how the lessons work. You probably, if this is the first movie you've ever watched, you are probably not ready for a password right now. But you should probably know this is here at the same time, and some things about it. For example, here's an application of Skill 1, which is, what is Skill 1, do you recall? Cure physical diseases, right? And it's called the Safety Web. See it? Right here, the Safety Web. If I click on that, what I come to is a page of lessons about, and there's quite a few lessons on this page, about the Safety Web. Now basically, it's very simple. God isn't going to let you fail. A woman asked me, I was telling her to remove all bacteria from her physical body. And she said, well, if I remove all bacteria from my physical body, what, will I remove my beneficial intestinal bacteria? And I said, no. You're not going to remove your beneficial intestinal bacteria. You're going to, God won't let you do that. You're safe. However, there's more to the safety web than that. So you'd want to know about the safety web. Also, there's an application called Knowingness is Power. Most people ignore it. The reason it's here is because knowingness is curative. A lot of times things that you cure happen just because you know something. Now, curing physical diseases is the lowest level of study in this web college. For example, here, which is in the mid-level, there's a skill called 3 spiritual diseases. Do you see it? That's only skill 9. There are 12 skills. So another one is about function. Reinstall your functions. Another one is about reclaiming your immune system so that you can be immune to these things and you won't have to cure cancer or herpes. You will not get it. As I said before, have not had a flu in 20 years. I haven't had a flu even try to come on in the last 20 years. Okay. If you're not ready for a password yet, and by the way, when you're new, you're probably better off with one of these options. These are the best options for new people, which are next to the movie. And that's when you know you want to start and you're ready. You're ready. You've like learned it and you understand how to do it. What you probably want to start getting a signal first. And if you notice under this movie, you should start getting a signal when you watch during this movie, which is now 4.5 hours, and there's many illustrations of people getting signals. So hopefully you'll pick it up while you're doing that. But if not, there's an entire page of signals, including a movie that plays automatically at the top, which is a very good lesson with a lot of very serious people getting signals as the movie goes along, and illustrating how they get signals. And then there are all these other movies about signals as you go down the page. This little tripod is wandering. I'm trying to hold this with my hand while I show this to you. So now, that's an example of some of the other things that are on here. This is our Twitter feed, this black thing, so that you can see what advanced people, because everybody who posts on this has been doing it for a while and, are curing things. A lot of these people have already cured their herpes or their other thing that they came to cure, their chronic fatigue syndrome and so on, and now they're, this is just some things I cooked. It's not about cooking, okay? But anyway, there's lots of people just talking about what they're the more advanced things that they're doing, and these are all people who've cured many things in the past, and probably never get the flu, as I don't. None of us ever get the flu anymore. We don't get sick in that way. That's pretty basic, not getting the flu. So if you're not ready for a password, the thing to do is just keep watching movies. And let me show you something about that. There are lots of movies to watch. Here's one that says I cured it in 10 minutes, and lots of people are interested in this. This is a popular movie. This woman is very experienced with this. She's been doing it about 15 years. And but see, if you go down on this movie to here where it says YouTube, and let's click on this. Let's go to the YouTube page, which is the same movie. See, you're on the same movie now. And right underneath it, there's something that says, let me just show this to you. Cure Drive is the account that the movie is in. And you see it says it has 352 videos. So the thing to do is to click on that and go in to the Cure Drive account with the 352 movies. And then, once you're there, subscribe to the account so that you can get back to it easily. And then there are other accounts too. This is not the only account. Some of them only have 25 movies. There's about 10 different accounts. But there's another one that has 250 something movies on it. This is deceptively simple and easy. As you watch these people in these movies, the cure is always instantaneous. And it gives the impression that it's over and you don't have to continue. You don't have to study. And then you get sick again because you didn't get deep enough and get everything. With that being said, I want to show you these women curing something instantly and leave you with the thought that it's probably not going to be what you expected it to be. I think when you watch these women, that's what you see here, that it's probably not going to be what you expected it to be, but it does cure. It probably will if you hang in there and stick with it. You probably will cure the thing you came to cure. Say, can I go to the 144th dimension? See if you get a signal on that. Can I go to the 144th dimension?
Can I go to the 144th dimension? Yes? I guess I can.
Go ahead and do it.
Okay,
Okay.
both of you go to the 144th dimension.
I'm taking myself to the 144th dimension.
Me too.
No stopping for gas on the 8th dimension.
I feel clear.
I feel less interested in anything below the 144th dimension.
Can we stay here all the time?
I know, exactly.